What happened in Tel Aviv? Because you said that you'll never go back because they were racist.
I can't go back to Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv was just a bit intense. It was really intense.
You also said you like your racist, right?
Yeah, I like my racist.
What happened in Tel Aviv? Because you said that you'll never go back because they were racist.
I can't go back to Tel Aviv.
Are you banned from the country?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not banned from the country. Tel Aviv was just a bit intense. It was really intense. At the same time, like, I'm an American, I've experienced racism going to Kmart
all day, right?
You know, like, it's nothing new, but I guess it's just like, shit. This is a new kind of racism, you know. I don't really know how to.
What happened?
Just everywhere I went, there was just looks. Went into a restaurant, people would be like I'd come in and they'd be like, oh, hold on a second, you know, just kind of like showing on their face that they needed to go, like, get their mind together before they served Black people. There was only, like, we only ate in one restaurant. The other restaurants we went to, like, I had to suck it up because I was hungry, you know, but every other restaurant we went to, the people were just kind of like, ugh, like, what are you doing here? Then in the airport, it was just like, you know, the people are like working for the airline were just clearly giving me and my security guard a hard time. I was seeing a lot of people with UK passport, white people with UK passports, just passing through. And just the vibe I got was very, like, unwelcoming. And yeah, it kind of just gets to a point where you're just like, fuck, damn, I'm a here too? Shit. I'd rather just go home and be a at home.
Is there any place you've ever gone that you felt, I guess, less racism or no racism at all?
I'm watching the abuse that Azealia Banks is getting on Twitter, and I'm thinking to myself, this is why Israel has no friends. This is why Israel is incredibly unpopular online. You have a very famous musician from the United States who's taken a very unpopular stance, who's decided to come to Israel, come and support Israel, and she interfaces with the country on her own terms. And suddenly that's not good enough. And now every single person sees fit to hurl abuse at one of the very few people who's actually been supportive of the country. And I just can't help but think to myself, this is why you have no friends. Right? This is why this whole Hasbara thing makes no sense. These people are some of the most toxic people online. And with friends like these, who really needs enemies?
Remember when I said all the celebrities who are selling out to Israel the hardest are the ones who are absolutely failing in their professional careers? Yeah, well, this is what rapper Azealia Banks looks like during her concerts now. She decided to become a full-time Zionist mouthpiece for God knows how much money. And you know what's funny is that Azealia Banks once slammed the Israelis for being racist and vowed never to return. She said everybody in Israel was very rude and she would not come back unless it was for some real money. So basically an admittance that she's getting paid good money to do this clown shit. This is the cost of selling your soul, everybody. And it makes perfect sense. She definitely needed this cash because her rap career was in the tubes. Everybody in the music industry recognizes that Azealia Banks is talented, but nobody wants to work with her because her personality sucks so bad. People like Lady Gaga have said she's just impossible to work with. She also posted a video of herself once sacrificing live chickens in her closet at home. Yeah, there's just a lot of reasons why people don't like this lady. But Israel's desperate at this point. They'll take any American celebrity they can get. and they'll pay as much money as they need to. Although that money's probably coming from the American government in the first place.
One, I don't live amongst celebrities. I mean, I know some, but I don't live among. I make sure I don't. I try to, and I take that as a compliment that I do stay connected with ordinary people. I mean, also you said I do know some celebrities, but they're not all celebrities are out of touch. Some are nice people. Some have always been nice. Some probably went through it and come out the other side. They might have been arseholes and now, you know. So it depends. But I really don't think of I do not hang around with celebrities once or twice a year. I was famous late, which helps. So I knew who I was. I had all my, priorities and values together. I mean, I imagine being famous at 18. How can you not be an arsehole? So there's that. In fact, I feared being famous. I hated the term. I mean, it's still an awful term, celebrity, but I feared it because I didn't want to be lumped in with those people that do anything to be famous. So I was quite militant about it. That I was famous for something. Fame was an upshot of what I did, writing and directing. Not going to premieres of films that I wasn't in. Not doing every celebrity fucking game show on telly. I think that works well. I didn't want anyone to think I signed that deal with the devil. Make me famous and you can go through my bins. So, I've always done this as a job to get a good lifestyle, which had nothing to do with that. Because you have got to stay connected with ordinary things, ordinary people, everyday life. Otherwise, it's horrible. It's I've done things about fame, but they're usually spoofing it and damning it. And it's about I have studied. The Office was sort of a study in fame, an ordinary person, from those quaint docu-soaps. But it was really about real people. My experience of working in an office for 10 years, that came first. And it was the vehicle for it, really, the fake documentary. And once people knew that David Brent was an ordinary guy who wanted to be famous because he thought it would make him happy, it comes to life. But you've got to try and keep low status. So, like in my new stand-up, I just don't talk about celebrity stuff much. I have to go back. I go back to childhood and school and family. So people relate. The thing is about comedy is, particularly in stand-up, you've got to try and keep your low status. We're court jesters. We're meant to be down in the mud with the other peasants, teasing the king. Not too much, so you don't get executed. So that's the idea. But of course, I also want to tell the truth. So I can't go up there and pretend I had a bad day signing on the tube, or they go, fuck off. You fucking got a limo here, you lying bastard. So I can't do that. So what I do is I invite them in behind the curtain. I go, right, I'll do it in two ways. One, I go, what do you think? It's all fun and games being, look at the shit things that still happen, And two, I do it by talking about things where the audience is better off than me. They're not as fat and old and bald and angry as me. I'm going to die before them. So that's why I embrace those sort of things. Because you've got to try and... You can't be above it. You can't go out there. There's nothing more boring than telling someone what a great fucking day you've had. Oh, shut the fuck up. Those people that go, oh, this holiday was so much better than yours. Keep it to yourself.